Oops. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. This is Creatia Conversation, your number one news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub. I am your host and the one who forgot to turn the loop off, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka DHNIC. And I'm joined once again on this wonderful Monday morning, afternoon. It's afternoon now. Yeah, I don't know where I got morning from. Just go with it.
Still my morning.
There we go. The Warden Matt Ritter. How you doing, man?
I'm good. See, Travis, you got to play that off better. Just say that the intro's so nice you had to play it twice. Like
I did that one time I was on Smack and Raw couple weeks ago, a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, exactly. See? Just be like, I love that intro so much, I wanted y'all to have to listen to it 2 times. Like, it is what it is.
Or I can do the opposite. I know you hate it so much to where I play it through again just to fuck with you, you know?
I don't hate the intro. To me, it's not like I think I heard you and Will or you and Vince talking about, or Will brought it up in the chat or something. You guys were talking about it. And it's like, to me, it just doesn't hit. I feel like out of all of the theme music we have, it is my least favorite. Doesn't mean it's not good. Doesn't mean I don't still bob my head a little bit. It's just, it could use a little something. It needs a little bit of a we need a remix. That's all.
Need a remix.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Also, you never have to ask me if I'm ready, Travis. You just hit play. I'll be ready to go by the time that intro ends.
I'm aware. I'm
always ready.
I like to give people a heads up when I do things. All right,
Don't worry about that with me. Just go.
It's a courtesy thing, sir. It's a courtesy thing.
I have known you a long time, and courtesy has not been one of the things you are known for.
Can I not try to improve? You know,
you can,
and I'm grow.
I know
become
exactly
a better
where it's
person,
coming
Matt.
from too, and it's the other person in that house that's been making those changes, and I'm very happy for her. Because this is not a self-improvement on yourself through yourself sort of thing. This is somebody else.
You don't know that. You don't.
I do that. Because I've been through it, Travis. Almost 10 years now. I've been through it. Trust me. If it was not for Kate, the person that you see here is not the person you would see here. I would be much more of a scumbag. I would be awful. She has improved my life tenfold, or at least who I am as a person tenfold. So,
okay. I'll accept that. What you been up to though, man? We haven't had a sit down talk in a while. What you been watching? Anything new? Playing anything new? Anything special been happening?
Still playing Hogwarts. I'm like 40% done with the game because I keep getting distracted on side missions and shit. But I just did my first astronomy class, and I got my little fucking telescope, and then the chick's like, astrology's cool, astronomy's bullshit. Or no, it was astronomy class, and she's like, astronomy's cool, astrology's bullshit, blah blah blah. Some other shit, like I got my little fucking indoor ranch for all my pets, and caught those and did that shit. Saw Scream 6 last night. We'll be talking about that on Getting Off this weekend. I was, yeah. Like I said, okay. We'll do a review on Getting Off probably Saturday or Sunday. I got to talk to the crew and see how that's going. Got caught up on The Mandalorian because I forgot that it came out, so I watched those 2 episodes.
I'll probably just watch that after it's all out there.
Yeah, see, I like the week to week. I don't like being behind.
I mean, I do for most things. It's just that's just one of those that just it's not a big deal for me. I just watched season 2 like a month and a half ago, so
wow.
It's just one of them. Like I forgot about it. Like it was one of those things. Like, oh, that happened, yeah. And when the new season was coming, like, oh right, I never watched season 2. I watched Book of Boba Fett. It's just like I kind of spoiled a lot of what happened in season 2 of The Mandalorian by watching Book of Boba Fett. But you know, yeah. But yeah.
Other than that, Last of Us. I think that Kaleidoscope. We finally we took like a 4-week break for some reason. We watched 1 episode of Kaleidoscope and then never went back to it. So we watched 2 of them last night. So
okay, which ones did you watch?
We watched the ones. So I don't remember what color it was, but the first one I can't remember what it was. But the one we watched last night was the one with like his whole backstory of like him robbing that house and all that. Was the first one we watched, and then I think we watched like 6 days before the heist or something like that. Where which was actually a good pick because like you see what happens with his daughter, and then you see his daughter growing up hanging out with the dude who left his wife in the burning building. So like, the way that played out was kind of cool that we just randomly picked 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
that's what's good about this show. Like anytime, like, and the thing is, if you put it in a different order, something else would hit different too. It'd be like, oh, that's cool. That happened right after that. It's very well done.
So, but yeah, that's been it. What about you?
So I saw a few things since we last spoke, starting Friday, I believe. You were the first comment. I don't know if you were the first in here, but you were the first comment.
We had a like before you showed up, so I'm gonna count that. You weren't first, Will.
Oh, yeah. If we're counting the likes, yeah, we definitely had a like before you came in. So yeah, you weren't first there. Sorry, Will. Do better. But 3 new things for me. One of them is not, well, 2 of them were not so new, but new to me. It's the first time I'm watching them. So one of them, I finally saw Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I really want to see that. I really do.
Yeah, and we'll be discussing that a little bit later because we're talking about the Oscars. But that, and then I watched We Have a Ghost on Netflix, the Anthony Mackie movie. We watched the trailer on here. I don't know if you were on that show or not. Were you on with me when we did
I
that?
think so, yeah.
Yeah, so I watched that one. Fun movie. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. And then there's this Hulu original show on Hulu, of course, called Reboot. It's got Keegan-Michael Key. So I'm like, yeah, I'm in. And it's basically about them. Hulu is bringing back an old show from back in the day, an old sitcom, and bringing back the old cast and all that kind of stuff, and what that comes along with and all that. And it's fun. Johnny Knoxville's in it too. So it's
I'm extremely disappointed.
Why?
Because by the name of the show,
it's not the cartoon.
That's what I thought. I was like, they brought back Reboot.
No.
Nobody.
But it's funny,
except for you and me. Nobody remembers Reboot. Let me tell you that right now.
Yeah, man. Megabyte hexadecimal. Why was her name hexadecimal? Like, but anyway, so yeah, it's cool though too because I didn't even notice until like we're like 3 episodes in now, but I didn't realize until the 3rd episode. But all the names of the episodes are named after old sitcoms.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like there's one that's called Who's the Boss. There's one that's called I forgot the rest of them. But yeah, they're like
Family Matters, shit like that.
Yeah, they're named after old sitcoms. It's fun, except for the first one, which is named after the show that they're rebooting. Step Right Up is the name of the show that they're bringing back. So the first episode is called Step Right Up,
which reminds me of Step by Step,
Day by Day. But yeah, it's a fun show though.
I'm sure it is. It would have been a funner show.
Yeah.
If it was a show about rebooting the show Reboot,
I'd be down for that. But yeah, Hulu suggested it, and I'm like, you know what, Hulu, you've known me for some time. You've been stalking me for over a decade now. Let's see if you're right about this. And I watch, I'm like, oh yeah, Hulu, you get me. Get me.
It's kind of like how LobsterTube will suggest porn videos based on your search history. And I'll look and I'll be like, do you really know me? Yeah, but like they've got a whole as soon as you go to the page, there's just a drop down of like thousands of movies or hundreds of movies. I shouldn't say thousands that are like, because you watch this, it doesn't say that, but it's like, these are what we suggest based on your search history.
You watch a lot of anal. So this is the one. It's yeah.
Yep.
So,
algorithms, man.
Also, as far as what I've been playing, I don't know if you were watching the show with me and Mara on Thursday, but she's finally started playing Marvel Snap since I've been,
I listened to the show on Thursday as I was driving.
Yeah, even though I've been singing the praises of that game to you all for months now. She finally played it because somebody else made her play. She didn't listen to me. She listened to somebody else. And she's like, oh, it's actually so much. This game is so much fun. It's called Marvel Snap. I'm like, oh, the one I've been telling y'all to play for months now? Yeah, because the game is fucking fantastic. But
I'm not trying to be on my phone like that.
Huh?
I'm not trying to be on my phone like that, Travis.
Yeah, and you will be. And you will be. Because she said it
herself.
That's
the only reason I stayed off.
She like tells like you look up and like you've played so many games, you're like, I'm not going out on a loss. So you keep going, and then like, or you just win, like, I want to keep winning. And so you just keep going. They had this little loop where it's just like you start earning new things, like you unlock new stuff with the cars that you have. And like there's not even that they upgrade the cars, they just look cooler. And it don't even look cooler like when you're actually playing. It's just you see like, oh, frame breaks. So the little picture in the on the card breaks through the frame of the card. You only see that if you like literally click on the card like in your just collection and look at them. In the game itself, it still just looks like a normal card, but it's cool to see it happen. But also, as you're doing that by unlocking new parts of the card, like in the 3D version of the card, blah blah blah, you start unlocking new cards, so like new characters and all that kind of stuff, new powers and all that. I'm like, oh, and then you play against somebody that has a certain card, and you're like, I want that Hobgoblin card. You keep playing until I unlock that Hobgoblin card.
I have been down this rabbit hole.
Fucking amazing. But
nope.
All that to say, I actually played against Mara over the weekend, which was fun. Because playing against strangers and frustrating them and beating the fuck out of them is fun. But doing it against your friends is even more fun.
Mm-hmm. That's why you talk all that shit about Mario Kart.
Oh man, I cannot wait till I get y'all on Mario Kart. You have no idea the shit that I'm going to talk.
maybe WrestleMania weekend. So John will be out. I'll have to the Switch itself is charged and I use it, but the stand for it and everything is not set up because the upstairs living room is still kind of under construction. So, and that's where I'm putting it. But maybe I'll set it up this weekend and I'll let John kick your ass and I'll laugh.
And the thing is, it's funny because he's the only one who I have any faith can beat me. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting that you said that though with your Switch because like it's not set up. I'm like, so, and I realized like because I primarily play handheld anyway, that just wouldn't matter to me. So it's just,
it doesn't matter to me either, but to get other people to play, it matters.
Yeah,
like Kate or John. But yeah, no, right. I only play really handheld. Like, kind of, I take the controllers off. And I got a little stand and I set the stand away from me and I sit back with the controllers in my hands and play. I don't like hold it by my face, but essentially handheld.
Interesting. It's funny. It's interesting hearing how other people play it because it's just like, yeah, with the Switch, I always just have it right here. It's like just a big fancy Game Boy for me. But yeah, I think we can move into newsy time.
Newsy time.
We're going to get a stinger for that eventually. So we can say it out loud. I'll make Mara do it.
She's going to need to because I'm terrible.
Oh, man. The Oscars happened last night, sir.
I heard about that.
Yeah. It happened. Let's just go through and look at who won and who lost just because, there are people out there who care about this award still. There are certain things about it just because I saw some of the stuff and I was upset at first, and I remembered I don't care about these motherfuckers' opinions. So it's just like I felt okay after that. Like that was some bullshit, but I don't care what y'all think anyway. Now that I realized that, I forgot. What? Yes, sir. What is your question, Matthew Ritter from the
next time we do
panel?
Next time we do something like this, you and I should get together and do a little prep. And what we should do is we should present the winners of the Oscars as if we were presenting the AVN Awards winners. So instead of Best Actress, we call her Female Performer of the Year, so on and so forth, and try and equate all of the winners to categories for the AVNs. And that's how we should present them. It literally just popped in my head.
That's a fun idea. I like that idea. Mm-hmm. So next year, the Oscars, we'll do that. Because award season is pretty much over now. After the Oscars, nobody else matters. Mm-hmm. But important ones, Best Picture, Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was one of those that looking at the list, I'm like, yeah, they're going to win it. And they've been winning other awards up to this. Like I believe they won the Golden Globes too. So it's a pretty good indicator of what's coming. And
you watched it finally.
I did. I saw it on Saturday. And yeah, okay. I get it. This is a good ass movie.
Because see, I'm weird when I am the kind of person who enjoys movies that don't win awards. Like, not necessarily bad movies, but like my favorite genre, the horror genre, is not known for its critical acclaim in award ceremonies and the awards that it wins. Like Scream 6 is not winning an Oscar. Let's put it that way. I really enjoyed it though. I understand that Angela Bassett may have not won an award probably because it was a comic book movie. And again, comic book movies aren't viewed as,
they win visual awards. They win awards for like best visual effects or best costume design and all that kind of stuff. They don't win awards for like the story and the acting and all that, even though they just don't get enough credit. That's really what it is.
Exactly. Because nerds like us, we think these are great movies, and they are great movies, but they don't get the critical acclaim that, so that's kind of why I don't normally watch the Oscars, because a lot of shit like that wins Oscars and shit like that, I never go and watch. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, however, and is something I've really wanted to go see. So that is definitely on my list. That's one of the few things that pops up where they're like, oh yeah, we'll give this award. It's doing really well and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but that actually looks like something I'd be interested in.
Yeah, it is. It's good. Michelle Yeoh is great in it. But we also they won for best directing as well. I get it. 100% deserved. What else we got here? Best actor in a leading role. Brendan Fraser for The Whale. Never saw The Whale though.
Nope.
Let me see. Best actress in a leading role. Michelle Yeoh for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Best actor in a supporting role. I'm going to butcher his name. K. Hugh Kwan for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Once again. Best actress in a supporting role. Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I think she won that award because of what movie she was in. However, it's also the fact that she's also Jamie Lee Curtis, because she's actually, of those nominated, she's not. She wasn't the best supporting actress of the people nominated. She's not even the best in that movie of people nominated for that award. Like Stephanie Shaw, Hugh, was better than her in that movie. Also nominated for best supporting actress in supporting role. Like, it's just,
I didn't even know she was in that movie. When I saw Jamie Lee Curtis got nominated for an award, I got excited because I thought Halloween Ends might have got some recognition.
No.
I knew better, but I was like, maybe that's what it was.
Nope, it was for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Like she got that award because of what movie she was in. That's what happened there. But Angela Bassett not getting it for Wakanda Forever is just, come on now. Like, I felt that performance. Like, it was one of those just like,
And I saw what you, I think you posted on Facebook about everyone looking at the camera that's not there.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, it's unfortunate because whether she deserved it or not, which she did, you've got that comic book stigma on it. Like you said, there are awards that comic book movies win. Best actress, best story are not those awards.
Yeah.
Best performance.
Yeah, like once again, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once won for writing.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once?
Yeah, they won everything. Everywhere. All at once. Yeah, all at once in one night. Like, original screenplay was them again. Let's get to some more interesting stuff. Best animated feature film was Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which I have not seen, but I heard it was great. It was one of those things that's sitting right there in my queue. I'm like, I should watch this, and never watched it.
I like Guillermo del Toro. However, Pinocchio is not my favorite story. And it's because of the part where, like, they go to the fucking where the kid gets like turned into a donkey and shit.
Pleasure Island, yeah.
Yeah, Pleasure Island weirds me the fuck out.
I get it. It is pretty fucking creepy. Also nominated with Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, haven't seen it. The Sea Beast. Turning Red I did see, which was a good movie. I don't know if it was better than Pinocchio though, because I haven't seen Pinocchio. Let's see. Original song. Okay.
Wasn't Rihanna's song from Wakanda Forever?
No.
What?
She was nominated, but did not win. I haven't heard the song that was actually nominated. Natu. for RRR. I don't even know what that movie is. Let's see, best film editing, Everything Everywhere All at Once again.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, it is. It's actually very fucked up. Documentary short film, The Elephant Whisperers. I see that on Netflix, and it's actually saved in my queue because I wanted to see it. I didn't know it
The
was
Elephant Whisperers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see.
Cocaine Bear better win everything next year.
It's not a documentary, sir.
I don't care. Are we sure it's not a documentary?
I'm positive. Because it's a story of something that happened long ago, and I know O'Shea Jackson wasn't there.
Well, I mean, it could be like a retelling documentary, you know?
That's not a documentary.
I'm just saying Cocaine Bear should win everything. I haven't even seen it yet.
Makeup and hairstyling, The Whale. Haven't seen it. That's usually the kind of awards that's given to comic book movies and such.
Now, did Brendan Fraser get fat for The Whale, or was he just fat and then took the role?
I don't know. I know he's gained weight because I've seen him in, Doom Patrol, but I don't know if he got that much bigger for the role or he got that big and they just used him in the role. I'm not sure.
As a fat person, I can ask that question.
Yeah, I get it. Best visual effects, Avatar: The Way of Water. Still haven't seen it. Oh, Will. Okay, whatever you say. It's okay. You can both be wrong. It's fine. But Black Panther: Wakanda Forever won for costume design.
Yeah, one of those awards that'll win.
Yeah. Top Gun Maverick won for best sound.
Sound of planes,
I guess. Yes, the sound category. Okay. But yeah, the Batman didn't win anything.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's one of those I saw. It was just like, yeah, I mean, it was cool. It's just I didn't think it was as good as everybody was throwing out there. But
I didn't either.
I was like, okay, it was cool. Honestly, I felt like the movie would have been better if it wasn't called Batman. But that's just me.
And I've made this argument, Travis, and people, because they talk about it in Scream 5, not the new one, but the last one a little bit, where they're talking about elevated horror, and I've talked about my thoughts on elevated horror. Like, I don't like my comic book movies and my horror movies to be like artsy, dramatic films. That's not why I go to see a fucking comic book. They don't need to do that. Like, you don't need to make it something that it's not. For me, and I get there are people out there that are like, oh, it's a comic book movie, but I'd like something a little more nuanced and and it's like, okay, cool, but like,
I mean, you can do that and still maintain what these characters and what this genre is meant to be. Like, I still maintain the best made as far as story goes Marvel movie is Captain America: Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. And that's one of those things. It's just there's a whole lot going on there. It's not just let's blow shit up and like look cool in our costumes. There is a truly deep story here with Bucky deal with his PTSD and the brainwashing and all that kind of stuff, and Cap dealing with his friendship with him and them trying to still trying to he wants to save and love his friend even though his friend is killing people and all that kind of stuff. It's just like there's a lot actually going on there story wise, but they still remain faithful to who these characters are and what these stories are. The thing is about the Batman is just like, yo, this is not Batman. Like, it's just like you made Batman and Batman without a mask on. Like, the whole thing that makes it work is that Bruce Wayne is such the opposite of what Batman is that it's just like, that's why nobody's able to really figure out who he is. This dude, like, normally is just walking around. He acts like Batman. Like, so it's just... That's why the whole dual identity thing worked for him. But they just blew through that out. He's just this emo kid.
Yeah.
And with dark eyeliner and shit.
I wasn't a fan of the Joker either, so.
Would you believe I still haven't seen that?
I mean, I would believe that you still haven't seen it.
Does it surprise you that I still haven't seen it?
No. I've also got 2 phone calls. So if they call a third time and it's the same number, I might have to answer that.
No big. But yeah, that's the Oscars, Matt. I mean, yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Won
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, that's what happened
Yep.
at the Oscars. Let's see what else we got here. Creed. They're getting an anime on Amazon.
I read that.
Yeah. So this article comes from comicbook.com. Following the success of Creed 3, it looks like the franchise is ready to expand under the guidance of star Michael B. Jordan. After the latest Creed movie earned well over $100 million globally in its opening. Executives are ready to see what else the series can do. Now, a new report suggests the Rocky franchise is already laying plans at Amazon, and one of the projects includes an anime. The report comes from Deadline as the trade shared Amazon's film and television divines are in talks to expand the Creed movie franchise. Right now, plans are still in the infant stages, but Deadline suggests the Creed anime is being eyed as a potential release. So there's more to this article. Go check it out on comicbook.com. Article from Megan Peters. But how do you feel about the idea of them making this Creed anime?
I also forgot to mention this in what we recently watched. I finally watched Dragon Ball Super Heroes for another time, but I'm not a huge anime fan.
Okay.
As far as I don't like, I've watched One Punch Man, obviously Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, all that stuff. But I'm not going to like watch
Naruto.
What is it? Naruto or Boruto or One Piece, shit like that. Like it's just not where I'm at. Aren't you? You were like, oh yeah, everyone's like, oh, you got to go watch One Piece after like 70 episodes. It gets good or something.
Yeah. Fuck that. Don't do that. I watched 15 of them, and I'm just like, why am I not enjoying? It's like, oh yeah, you got to get to like episode 60 or 70 million. I'm like, no, and I never watched it again.
With a property that I'm familiar with and enjoy, I'm intrigued. I might actually have to go check that out because I'm curious as to like in the scope of an anime how that would work out.
Yeah. Well, he even said it. Michael B. Jordan said because he directed Creed 3. And he said the way he even set up their fight between him and Jonathan Major's character, like he was inspired by anime. Like the certain things that have happened is just like this looks like to be set up to look like, a Dragon Ball Z fight. So it's just like he loves anime. So he's just like, I feel like he's gonna still do the property justice and do the genre justice as far as anime goes. And all
sure.
And I'm looking forward to seeing it because I'll definitely check it out when it drops.
I want to go see Creed 3. I've not seen it yet. So
same.
You know how you were talking earlier about Marvel Snap and how you've been suggesting things and people just don't listen to you, whatever, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
So the theater that Kate and I liked to go to closed down recently, so we had to find a new theater. And I have been trying to convince her to go to this place. It's the Synergy Dine-In Movie Theater. It's like one of the ones that you talk about where you go and sit down, blah, blah, blah. And she just did not like the idea of it, did not like the sound of it. So finally, because now we've tried a bunch of places, she didn't like it. We went there to go see Scream 6 the other night. It is minus the fact that they did not show trailers before the movie, which kind of bothered me. And
That's weird.
I honestly didn't realize it until like 11 o'clock last night. We were sitting outside and I was talking to her and I was like, because I wanted to show her the trailer for Evil Dead, which we've played on here and all that. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm excited for that. She goes, oh, I don't think I've seen the trailer for that yet. And I realized we didn't see any trailers before the movie. Like there were like ads for the theater and stuff like that. And then the lights went dark and the movie started.
That's weird.
And I don't remember seeing any trailers for the movie. But other than that, like it was fantastic. However, so the seats in this theater, Travis, they're the nice recliner seats and everything, but they don't only just recline, they like sink down. All right. They're trying to put me to sleep.
They're getting you comfortable, man.
They're getting me comfortable.
Get all snuggled up in there.
They brought me quesadillas. Fucking, they sunk my seat down. Oh, am I back?
Yep. Yeah, I got you again. I was like, they got you comfortable, and then you froze.
Yeah. No, they brought me quesadillas. They sunk me down in my seat. and they don't have anything on the menu to keep you awake. It's like they want you to fall asleep. If only I had something to bring with me to
You
keep me
know,
fueled for that movie.
you're right. You're right. And there is something out there that you can use to keep you awake. If you had this with you, you'd have to sneak it into the theater because they don't let outside food and drink in there. But if you could just get your hands on some Dubby and bring it on in there, it'd be the way to go. Because Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. The product is made in the USA in an FDA inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. W has handpicked what they believe to be the 10 most critical ingredients for focus and concentration. W contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. W uses Neurofactor, a patented all-natural coffee cherry extract to help fuel you. This ingredient is what gives W its laser focus and fast reflex effects, making it especially perfect for gamers. They disclose full ingredient amounts, and products will never contain fillers or artificial colors or dyes. W is also sugar-free, like I mentioned, maltodextrin-free, and keto-friendly. So go to w.creationworld.com and use the code Creatia to receive 10% off your order today. That's w.creationworld.com. Use code Creatia to receive 10% off your order today. Link is in the description. But yeah, so overall though, your experience in the theater where they bring you your food and you get to
it was great. No, and
Yeah.
Kate loved it.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to listen. Now here we are.
It's
So
the perfect combo. You get dinner and the movie all in one spot,
it's literally like 5 minutes down the road from her mom's house. We can drop Zoe off, scoot over there, which is what we did. They've got a little bar area with pool tables and shit. So if you get there
that's
early,
great.
you want to hang out before the movie, stuff like that. So yeah, it's a nice little
Mhm.
synergy cinemas.
Yeah. There were two of those in two different brands of those in San Antonio. Was the Alamo Draft House, which is kind of a bigger one, and there was Santico's. But I missed the Alamo Draft House more than certain relatives of mine. So yeah, what else we got going on here? Let's talk about HBO and Discovery.
Okay.
So Warner Brothers Discovery and HBO Max's new streaming platform has reportedly set its pricing. So those of you who are aware or not aware, actually, Warner Brothers now owns Discovery. They're merging HBO Max and Discovery. There's some things going on about what they're going to do. They're going to make it two separate platforms. They're going to merge the platform and raise the price. What are they going to do? So Warner Brothers Discovery will soon be moving forward with its still unnamed streaming platform that will merge with HBO Max. This comes from Collider, by the way. The content from Discovery Plus. The biggest concern of the strategic shift was what the price would be in order to foot the bill for the new structure, which would add thousands of shows to the catalog. As it turns out, fans of the premium streamer can breathe a sigh of relief, as a report from Bloomberg revealed the old pricing plan will mostly stay in place. As is the case with HBO Max right now, the new streamer will come with an ad-supported plan that costs $10 per month, along with a pricier ad-free subscription remaining in the range of $15 to $16. I did not know they had an ad tier. I had
Pay
no
what you
idea.
pay.
Yeah, I paid, but I guess they added the tier with the ads later on.
After we got it.
And they may have said something to me at that point. I just ignored it because I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that.
Exactly. I was gonna say you and I are no ad people, so like
yeah. So the key difference, however, is the addition of a premium plan for viewers who want to view HBO signature shows in as high a quality as possible. That new plan will cost $20 a month in comparison to potentially include other new features. For anyone who doesn't go with that option, however, the merged platform will essentially be a straight upgrade on what HBO Max has left for no reason. For no cost.
For no reason.
But yeah. So if you already got HBO Max, it looks like once they merge with Discovery, it'll all still be the same price. You'll just get all Discovery Plus's stuff. What's on Discovery Plus, Matt?
I have no idea. Like Ghost Hunter shows, maybe. You know, I think my wife watches shit on Discovery Plus. So,
Okay.
um,
Because the whole time this has been going on, I'm like, I don't know what they bought. Like, I don't know what we're gonna get with them when that merges. Just I
I
don't
ha-
know.
I am fair. I know my wife has Discovery. I don't know what she watches on there because it's not things that we watch together. And I know she's talked to me about watching things on Discovery Plus. Luckily, she's not here to hear me say that. Normally, when she does,
You're not
I
listening.
start singing songs in my head or thinking about whatever else is going on, and I just kind of nod and smile and say okay because I'm not interested because I'm not a Discovery Plus kind of person.
Yeah. Well, Matt, if she were around and she heard you, she might be upset. But a good way to, make her feel better about that, make her less upset with you is to, provide lots and lots of orgasms. And a good way to do that is by going to Adam and Eve. Because, Adam and Eve is the nation's largest marketer of adult products with millions of satisfied customers in the United States and all over the world. Founded in 1971. Adam and Eve is also one of the oldest names in the rapidly evolving adult industry. For more than 50 years, they have built up a reputation as a trusted and reliable adult toy store that takes pleasure and privacy seriously. When you want to shop erotic toys, Adam and Eve has it all. Men and women, straight or gay, and anywhere in between. Adam and Eve has the adult toys you're looking for, including but not limited to vibrators, dildos, anal sex toys, bondage toys, couples toys, lubes, sexy gifts, and accessories. Unlike other adult stores, Adam and Eve stands behind all their products and offers a no questions asked return policy. So whether you've bought a dildo, sex swing, or penis ring, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the code erotica to receive 50% off one item plus free shipping on orders of $49 or more. That's adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the code erotica to receive 50% off and free shipping. Link is in the description.
So, Will brought up a good point when we did this. Do you know if there's a refurbished dildo section on adamandeve.com where
I
like
highly doubt that.
somebody tried a product, didn't like it, sent it back, so like slightly used at a
I,
discounted
I
price?
highly doubt that. What I think happens is when you send things back, they break it down for components and make new stuff.
Okay.
That would be what my guess is with that.
Okay. Because like you can get a refurbished PS5.
You sure can, but yeah, I don't think that's what they do with the vibrators. No.
It's kind of like a PlayStation.
Depends on your station.
But so do they repurpose? Do they repurpose the wiener part? But here's the thing: like what Travis said, for real, guys, go there. Don't let this weird like pride thing keep you from ordering toys and pleasing your significant other. Because first off, if you don't, somebody else will. So you might as well get on the bandwagon and do it and keep your significant other happy so someone else doesn't come along and do it. And if for whatever reason, there's so many options. It's about doing it together. It's not about, her doing it without you or you doing it without, like, that's not what this is about. This is an experience for couples, or if you're single, it is about you. It is about, keeping yourself happy in those times where you're alone and you don't have anyone or the comfort of someone else, whoever you prefer. And there's things out there. If you want to feel like a black man, they've got penis extensions that'll help you, achieve that extra 2 inches you're missing, maybe a little bit of girth if you got one of those little skinny wieners. They've got prostate stimulators. They've got cock rings. They've got all sorts of different things that for whatever kink you're into or she's into that, you might want to try out.
Mm-hmm. They got the cock ring, little vibrator on the top, so you can like slide in. The little vibrator is right on the clip while you in it. See, I'm telling y'all, like these toys can do things you simply cannot do. All right, it's just that simple. Like the wand vibrator, like you can't do what that thing does, no matter how hard you try. Like you don't vibrate. All right, it's just not how your body works. Even the little humming trick, you eventually have to breathe, so you have to stop. That does not have to stop.
But if you learn how to use the toys,
exactly,
then the toys aren't replacing you. They're just another tool in your bag of tricks.
Exactly. They're a tool.
What guy doesn't love tools?
Exactly. So let's move on. There's no way to transition out of that into this, but we need to talk about The Last of Us. Um, this was the season finale, Matt. Stop trying to think of a transition.
I thought of one, but I'm not going to use it because it was bad.
Yeah. You keep that to yourself then. You keep that to yourself. You text that to me later.
Okay.
But yeah, this was the finale, Matt, of the season. How'd you feel?
I enjoyed it. I really did. There was a point where I thought the show was ending, and I was like, "That was short." Then it came back and continued on. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And that was right as he shot Marlena in the garage, and then the screen went black. I'm like, "That's how we're ending the episode? Holy shit!" But then they came back. Joel went all like I said Rambo, my wife said John Wick, but Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah. That's one of them things. If you look at it, you know, we're just gonna have this discussion now. Because I would think we probably save it to like the latter part, but nah, fuck it, we can talk about it now. How do you feel about Joel's decision?
I understand it. And really, it's everyone else's fault, not Joel's. Because Joel told them and tried repeatedly not to take this little girl on this journey and not essentially fall, I wouldn't say in love, like not romantic love, but like the love that a father has for his daughter. Not to, not even replace, but not to feel like a surrogate parent to this daughter. Like he did everything he could to try and fight that.
Yep, he didn't want it.
And nobody would let him do it. They forced it on him. And now you have a man who had to stand by and could do nothing as he lost his daughter, who has fought and done everything to keep his new surrogate daughter alive. And then you present him with, hey, you literally just brought her here so we could take her brain out and kill her.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, fuck that. See, here's my thing. I understand logically and for the greater good, the right thing to do would have been to let them do it. However, fuck that. Because, like, for me, if it's anybody that I love, like anybody, including you, including like all these closest people to me, and I know of all my friends, honestly, Matt, if anybody would be the one that says, for the greater good of everybody, let them do it, you're the one that's most likely to say that. However, I wouldn't let you have that choice anyway. You're unconscious. No, we're getting the fuck out of here. So it's just, I'm not letting you do that to somebody I love because honestly, I don't know these motherfuckers. Fuck them. And the thing is, we don't even know this is going to work.
Exactly.
This is a chance.
On top of that, there is no guarantee that you're going to take this little girl's brain out and actually find a cure. Like, then you just killed her and we're still fucked.
Yeah. And so in my head, if I'm Joe, like, no, fuck this. It is really just, it kind of goes back to an episode earlier on, the Bill and Frank episode, when Bill left him that letter. Like, we're protectors and we'll do anything to protect the ones we love. I don't remember the exact line, but he was like, we'll do whatever we can to protect those we love, and God help any motherfucker that tries to stand in our way. And that's what happened. Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers tried to stand in the way of him protecting Ellie, and so everybody in that fucking hospital had to die, except for those two nurses that he made look at the wall. But the rest of them, everybody else in that hospital had to die.
And I loved like just the blatant lack of humanity in his execution. There was a dude who put down his gun and was just like, and I knew, I'm like, dude, you're not going to survive this. You should have just picked up the gun and tried to take your shot.
He's like, he's not letting you live because there's a chance that you'll come after him and you'll come after Ellie, and he can't let that happen. You got to die. When he walked into the operating room and all that kind of stuff, I don't think he would have killed that doctor if he hadn't tried to pick up a fucking scalpel. And like, I can't let you. All right, that's what we're doing. Move. And Rusty like face the wall. They faced the wall. They like, all right, cool. Taking Ellie, I'm leaving. Y'all don't have a gun. You're not going to do shit. All right, we out. But everybody else, you all had to go, including Marlena.
The odds of the one doctor that you were able to find being able to pull this shit off,
Right.
It's not like you had a team of doctors and scientists down there working on it and ready to go. And like, you have one doctor. So like
God forbid if he was the one doctor that could pull it off and now he's dead.
You know what really pissed me off though?
What really pissed you off?
When she was talking to Joel in the garage and she's like, oh yeah, if this was up to Ellie, I know what Ellie's choice would be. It's like, but you didn't give Ellie a choice because you straight up told Joel that you didn't tell her what they were going to do and you just put her to sleep and decided to do it so she wasn't afraid and didn't feel it. So you didn't give her a choice either.
Right.
Like Joel might not be giving her a choice, but neither did you. And at least with Joel's choice, later on, she has the option to make a choice.
Even though he lied to her, but she knows better.
She knows.
And the thing that was we'll get back to that in just a second, but I want to go back to the beginning of this episode. We show why she's immune and how that happened, which I think we kind of talked about that earlier. We thought that might have been what happened. Like her mom got bit like right before she was born or something like that.
Dude, her mom just popped that baby out like it was nothing. Like she was fighting that thing off, looked down, and baby slid right out.
Yeah. That was, by the way, that was Ashley Johnson. She did the voice of Ellie in the game.
And I've seen her in other stuff. I looked at her. I'm like, oh, I know you.
Yeah. And the thing is, I know her voice more than I know her face, though, just because of I know her more for voice acting that she's done. Okay. Also, like I know you don't, but Critical Role, the D&D live play stuff. She's one of the characters on there. She's the voice of Pike and Yasha and now Fern in the third campaign, but also Legend of Vox Machina, the one that's on the cartoon that's on Amazon Prime. I think I've told you should check it out. She does the voice of Pike. So that's a good one.
She looked like she could be Ellie's mom, like actually in real life. So like the resemblance was there. So they did a really good job with that too. That all worked out perfect.
Definitely. But yeah, we see the whole thing with she giving her to Marlene and be like, yo, you take her, bring her somewhere safe. She didn't tell her you take care of this kid. No, you said you take her somewhere safe because she's like she knows her friend. It's one of those things like, yeah, you shouldn't be raising a child. Take her somewhere where she can be safe.
Clearly.
So she drops her off. Yeah, because she sacrificed the kid.
Which drives like your best friend died, gave you birth, put you in charge of taking this child to keep it somewhere safe, and you stuck around that child. Not necessarily in their life, but like kind of like kept a bird's eye view, like watched her develop and grow and all that stuff after all this shit. And you just basically raised the lamb for the slaughter? Because I'm assuming that is why when they found her after she was bit, that they didn't kill her is they thought, okay, something might be up here.
Right.
Because her mom was infected when she was born. And Marlene had that information
but didn't
prior to locking her up. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the whole thing too. If you actually go back, that kind of puts other things into context where Ellie was asking Riley, like, yo, can I just go with you? She's like, I asked Marlene and she said no. Like, because Marlene was like, no, she needs to stay there away because I was supposed to keep her safe. Like, I'm not supposed to put her in danger. So
until it's time for me to split her head open and cut pieces of her brain out.
Exactly. Until it's convenient for me to kill her.
Also, how the fuck did she get to where the fuck she was before they did? I guess she had a car. So
she had a car. She didn't have that Kansas City shit to deal with. She didn't almost get eaten by cannibals.
We don't know that because she did say that she had a whole team and most of them died and she almost died on the way there. So they went through some shit too.
They went through some shit, yeah. They did.
I was just like, how the fuck are you like last time we saw you, wasn't she like shot in the leg or some shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you were injured in Boston. And
well, it's been quite some time. Like it's been like almost a year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, all that horseback and shit.
Yeah. There's like
also. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was gonna move on to something else in the show. So go ahead.
Oh, I was just talking more about how the time going by. Like we know there's been some time since the incident at the in the cabin with creepy ass David and shit. It's been like a month or so because it was winter at that time and now it's spring. So
and Joel's fucking fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Which kind of tripped me out at the beginning of the episode. I'm like, dude, you were on death's door. Now you're just like cool.
But it's been some time. You can see like because the season has changed. So it's
just give me like a 5 months later little text at the bottom or whatever, like for me. But anyway, speaking of which, no matter how much time has passed, we are dealing with a very different Ellie than the Ellie that we saw in all the episodes leading up to crazy cannibal pedo dude attacking her and her having to murder that dude.
Yeah. She's still not okay. And even then, he's just like the whole time. It's like a flip of what was happening before with Joel trying to get her to open up and connect with her, as opposed to at the beginning when she was trying to pick at him and get him to open up to. And like doing things like because of who they are, they don't say "I care about you, I love you." They say shit like I'm in the mood for shitty puns. Like do that stupid shit that you do.
And Joel did open up. He talked about his daughter. He talked about trying to unalive himself.
Yeah.
And missing.
Yeah. Tried to unsubscribe from life and failing.
Yep. Being happy that he failed.
Yeah. And her saying she's happy that he failed, instead of them saying, "I love you and I'm glad you're here," they say, "I'm glad I didn't die. I'm glad you didn't die too."
Yeah.
And what was the other thing? Oh, the thing with the giraffes, because that was the one thing that at the moment she's thinking, oh, we got a happy moment from Ellie here. Okay, this is one of those things he kind of realized. Okay, she's gonna be okay eventually, but she's not completely broken. But I still need to protect her, because that time he had that conversation with her, like, we don't have to go. Like, we can just leave and do something else. And she's like, well, no, we have to.
Listen, the one thing I've learned about Ellie is she loves animals. She absolutely does. Will somebody get this girl a fucking pet?
Yeah. Or a dog would be a very good idea.
It really would. I've been saying that since we started watching this. Ellie needs a dog.
Exactly. And they don't have the internet here, but if they did, they would go to dog.com, because dog.com is your online dog supplies, shopping, and information destination. Everything your dog needs, from toys to treats and food, is available, including collars and leashes. They have outdoor gear and even safety and water safety gear for your furry friend. So go to dog.creationworld.com to receive up to 64% off your order today. That's dog.creationworld.com to receive up to 64% off your order today. Link
real giraffe or CGI
in the description.
Real giraffe or CGI giraffe?
Oh, that was CGI. That was definitely CGI. Yeah. I don't think they could afford that many giraffes.
I feel like CGI giraffe would especially like a family. Like, I get they had to CGI the family, but like, I feel like a real giraffe would be cheaper to rent than CGI giraffe.
I don't think so, because the thing is, with the giraffe, you also got to get the handlers and all that kind of stuff, and you also have to get the permits for the giraffe and all that kind of shit. There's a whole lot of cost involved outside of just the cost of renting the giraffe.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like they're like, no, we'll CGI this giraffe. They probably did like a mechanical head thing to take the leaf from her and all that kind of shit. And the combination of that plus the CGI is what makes that work. Just guessing. I wasn't there. There is a whole thing on there.
Like they do with the dragons. They don't make mechanical dragon heads to do shit. So
yeah. They do have making of The Last of Us on HBO now. It's like 30-something minutes long. I plan on checking that out eventually.
We watched a little bit of that after every episode, and they did talk like about how the whole reason that they told the story was did Joel make the right decision? That's what everyone talks about. Did this and that, blah blah blah, and all that, and how important that was. That the giraffe thing is in the game. All of this, so it's very interesting. Like, the episode's over. Every time an episode's over, like, I'm ready to get up and go, and Kate's like still sitting there, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. She wants to watch the behind the scenes shit and talk to the director and hear the thoughts. So
yeah, they have a whole making of documentary on HBO now, so I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about, because we kind of touched on it when Ellie asked him, like, yo, were you telling me the truth? Swear to me that you're telling me the truth. And of course he lies and says, I swear. And that nod from her, like, okay. You look at her, she knows. She knows he's lying. She doesn't know the extent to which he's lying, but she knows he's lying. The question is, does Joel know she knows he's lying?
I don't know. I don't think Joel wants to believe she knows.
just like she doesn't want to believe that he's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. There's more coming. They've actually, I got an article here. The Last of Us showrunners confirmed that part 2 of the game, the part 2 game, is going to be covered under multiple seasons. So we got multiple seasons of this show coming.
Yay.
From what I've been told about what part 2 is, I'm very much looking forward to how they handle that. I haven't, like I said, I haven't played it, but it's one of those things like you just kind of hear, you know what happens, some of the stuff. And knowing what that is just, it's so good, man. It's so good. Yeah. I think you got anything else you want to talk about with The Last of Us?
Joel's a badass. That's it.
He is. But yeah, that's all with The Last of Us. We got this Little Mermaid trailer here. Let's just do that and then we'll close out with that, all right?
Really?
Yeah.
For all the issues that we've had, specifically with that company and trailers,
Fuck that mouse, all right?
Okay. I just literally watched the episode of South Park the other night about that mouse and how he is.
That
mouse go to China to sell weed.
Kiss my entire ass, all right?
Okay.
All hands on deck! Abandon ship!
Shit, where'd the fire come from?
Lightning, oil, lantern. She's black, Travis.
Oh no! Whatever shall we do?
I have no idea.
Just ruined the whole movie now.
You went to the above.
Yep, turn it off.
The man was drowning. I had to save him.
This obsession with humans has to stop.
I just want to know more about them. Ariel, don't!
Hey, Flounder.
Child, I can help you. You can't
Under the
live in that
sea.
world unless you become a human yourself.
Ursula.
Is that even possible?
It's what I live for.
Oh, that's a bummer. I was really hoping Ursula was going to be hotter with all that tentacle porn going around.
Something about you seems different. I can't quite figure it out.
Scuttle.
You got legs, you idiot!
And Sebastian.
I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know something's starting right now. Watching, you'll see. Someday I'll be part of your life.
He's a human. You're a mermaid.
That doesn't make us enemies.
Kiss the girl.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it. It looks good.
Oh yeah. It's funny because I saw this meme and it makes sense that Ariel's actually the only one that can, of the humans that can understand the animals. So that scene when they're on the little boat and they're singing Kiss the Girl, all that Prince Eric is hearing these animals making all these random noises and shit. He's not hearing a song. Oh, and it's just like you think about it, like that's not gonna convince him to kiss her. Like it's just
Nope.
Oh man. Good way to end it though, Matt. I think that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. If you're watching later, remember you can catch us live every day at this time, lunchtime, 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central, twitch.tv/Creatia World. Also live on YouTube at youtube.com/Creatia World. But if you are watching us on Twitch, remember to give us a subscription. If you have Amazon Prime, then you have Prime Gaming, which means you can get a subscription to twitch.tv/Creatia World for free. Doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps us out a lot. Give us that Jeff Bezos money because Amazon's just sitting on it, not doing nothing with it. He just Scrooge McDucking it right now, and throw it our way. But if you don't throw it our way, give it to somebody, your favorite Twitch creator. But we like it if you gave it to us.
Make it rain on us.
Yeah. Also on YouTube, like I said, youtube.com/Creatia World, and subscribe there. But also hit that notification bell so you know every time we're going live or every time we drop new shit. Get up in there. Remember it. But also, if you want to watch us later on, a good place to do that is on Pornhub because we are the #1 news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub. So go to pornhub.com/model/Creatia World. Check us out there. It will make Matt very happy if you do that. If you want to throw us a little bit more support, a good way to do that, those monetarily, is to go to patreon.com/Creatia World. That's where you get all our extra stuff. You get things like Return to Wrestling with myself and the Ward Matt Ritter. We just dropped a new episode where we talked about Bash at the Beach 1997. We got another one coming up. We'll be recording that this weekend, actually. We got to set the time for that. But we'll do that this weekend, and I'll be dropping right after that. We'll be at Road Wild 97. Some fun stuff is coming up. And I think it's going to start making Matt happy. Also, Multiverse with myself and Mario the Shark Watkins. We're looking at animated comic book movies from past. We just finished Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Hear what I thought about it. It's not what you think. Coming up right after that, we're doing Green Lantern, Beware My Power. That'll be fun. Also, a good way to look at and see what we got going on is Linktree. Linktree/Creatia World. There's a dot between the R and the EE for some reason. I don't understand why, but whatever. Linktree is weird. But all the links to everything we do, both video and audio, is there. Also, a good place to go if you just want to know all about us, though, what we do and who we are, is CreatiaWorld.com. Find out all about me. You want to know what my favorite drink is? Go there. You want to know what Matt's Hogwarts house is? You go there. You want to know what Mars' favorite ice cream is? You go there. All that kind of stuff. And also info on all our shows and everything. As far as social media goes, a good place to go is Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We are on there at It's Creatia World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. As always, I'm not going to tell you how to spell world. If you don't know how to spell world, get a goddamn dictionary, get your life together. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. And if you're a wrestling fan, Matt, what should they do?
Go to facebook.com/group/Smacking a Raw or tune in live every Friday, 11 p.m. Central Time, midnight Eastern, to twitch.tv or youtube.com/Creatia World to check us out as we talk the weekend wrestling.
Awesome. Also, once House of the Dragon comes back, you can check out #TheMDragons. But if you just want to talk about all the Game of Thrones world and House of the Dragon, you go to facebook.com/group/TheMDragons. You can find me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Matt, where can they find you?
Twitter only at Matt Ritter, at MATTRIDDER, or at Getting Offed for your horror content.
All right. That'll be it for today, y'all. Thank you very much. We'll see y'all next time. Tomorrow it's you and Vince.
Yep.
But until then, we out.